What's good, YouTube? BlazeShadowthorn here, back again with another Wi-Fi battle. This one, I'm using the same team as I always use. This, you already know it, but I'm facing BXL, and I met him on Skype. I joined some new Pokemon groups. I'm meeting everybody, trying to battle people, and he brought a very cool team. He has the Mamoswine, the Politoed, which I don't see many Politoads running around with the Weather Nerve. The Houndoom, which Houndoom's pretty cool. The Ninjask I'm looking out for because if it's the baton passing, speed boost, stat boosting says I could get swept easily by a Pokemon. The Crobat, which is pretty awesome. I love Crobat, and then of course the the Tyrantrum, and Tyrantrum is always a threat. So I'll have to keep a lookout for those threats. So he's gonna be issuing me a challenge. I'm gonna lead off with Scizor because I feel it's the best lead I possibly have at this moment, and he's actually going to predict that and lead off with the Houndoom. So the Houndoom's first turn gonna Mega Evolve. So I guess I'm hoping for an over prediction or something like that, and go for the Bullet Punch. I don't really know why I went for the Bullet Punch. A double hit probably would have been better, but he's not going to do that. He's just going to go straight for the Fire Blast. And like that, one of the Pokemon that could have been very helpful for me just died. So, that battle just got that much harder. So, now I go out into Tentacruel, and he actually decides to go for the Destiny Bond, thinking I'm just going to kill him off the water type attack. But nope, I'm actually going to go for a Sludge Bomb, because this Tentacruel actually does not carry a water type attack. So, he's gonna go out into Mamoswine, feeling it's relatively safe, and it is. So I'm gonna just go for another Sludge Bomb, see how much damage it'll do. It's not gonna do anything, but I do get the 30% poison hacks, which is pretty awesome. So now the Mamoswine's poisoned, so it's put on a little bit of a timer. So I obviously don't want to stay in, eat an Earthquake, so I'm going to switch out of there and go out into my Ferrothorn. My physical wall, because, why wouldn't I? And the Mamoswine just does decide to go for an Earthquake. I could have possibly gone out to Hydreigon to eat up the Earthquake, but I didn't want to risk the fact that he predicted that, go for the Icicle Crash, because he very well could have. So now he's going to realize that this Ferrothorn walls his Mamoswine, so he's going to switch out. He's going to go into Rockzilla, the Tyrantrum, as I decided to just set up a Leech Seed because I figured the switch was fairly obvious. So a Leech Seed, whatever he wants to switch into. So now I believe I get a little bit of Leech Seed recovery, which is pretty awesome. I'm sitting at a comfortable range of HP, And so then actually the Tyrantrum decides to step Stealth Rocks this turn, so it's more of a defensive set I see, so that's fine. I actually go for the double Leech Seed, predicting a switch, which is I don't know why, but whatever. I predicted something that didn't happen. We all do that. So I believe now he just decides to go for one of. I go for a Gyro Ball, just trying to do as much damage to this Tyrantrum as I possibly could, and it decides to go for a Dragon Tail, phase me out. That's fine. It actually did quite a bit of damage for being a resisted hit, but that's because it was a critical hit. So the hacks, you gotta love it. But anyway, he's almost dead due to Rocky Helmet and Iron Barb's combination. He actually Dragon Tails me out into Tentacruel, which is okay. And then with the leftovers recovery, though, the Leech Seed will not be enough to take it out. I don't believe so. So he survives on a little bit of HP, which is whatever. But between the Leech Seed and Black Sludge recovery, I am able to get up to full HP. I am able to outspeed it because Tentacruel is really fast. Not a lot of people know how fast it is, but anyway, I'm able to outspeed, kill it off, which is pretty awesome. And now right here, I'm making kind of a misplay. I stay in on the Tentacruel. I hoped he would overpredict, but he didn't. So he actually kind of did. He went for the Stone Edge instead of the Earthquake. The Earthquake would have most definitely killed me. So I am able to rapid spin away the Stealth Rocks because I don't want rocks in on my Pokemon because I don't want it. But anyway, that's enough. I pull back and I go back out into my Ferrothorn because I already know Ferrothorn is enough to wall this Mamoswine, and the Mamoswine does decide to go for an Earthquake right here. That's alright because the poison damage is racking up on the Mamoswine, so I won't have to worry about it for too much longer. He does opt to stay in, go for one more Earthquake, hopefully try and knock out my Ferrothorn, but not enough. I am able to get off a Leech Seed, which is pretty awesome. But however, he will be able to knock me out with another earthquake next turn. So and that's that. But the poison, the recoil, everything's racking up. The Mammoth Swine's just about dead. So I'm like, why not? I'll save Ferrothorn for later. I'm gonna go out into Mist Sinister because I know the earthquake is painfully obvious. So go out into that. Avoid the earthquake completely with the Leech Seed and poison damage. That will be enough to knock out the Mammoth Swine. So that's one threat I do not have to worry about, which is pretty awesome. So he's gonna go out in this Steth. He's gonna go out into the Ninjask, and that Ninjask actually is not Sash, and it just dies to a Scarfed Shadow Ball, which is, I don't know why, but he's gonna now go out into his Politoed, which is just gonna eat up the Shadow Ball like it's nothing. And he's like, nom 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 nom, beautiful, delicious. And he's gonna go for Scald, and he's gonna try and burn me, and he doesn't burn me. He gets a critical hit instead. So that's that. And really, I don't think I need Miss Sinister for anything else. So I'm just gonna try and do as much damage to this Politoed as I possibly can. The Politoed actually, I do get this special defense drop, which is pretty nice, but overall I don't think it mattered too much. So now it's time to bring in the Hydreigon, and the Hydreigon's just gonna do a Dragon Pulse, and that Dragon Pulse is gonna do it's gonna do relatively nothing to the Politoed, and the Politoed is just gonna go for an Ice Beam, but I know I can live an Ice Beam because, well, I'm a Hydreigon, and if I don't live an Ice Beam from a Politoed, then yeah, I don't deserve to be a Hydreigon. But anyways, I finally am able to take out this the Politoed. And now he's gonna bring in Captain Fluffbum, the Houndoom, and he's gonna go for Destiny Bond. I already know he's gonna go for Destiny Bond, but Hydreigon, you have to go out in a blaze of glory, right? Go for that Dragon Pulse, take one for the team, knock out the Houndoom, and in the process, unfortunately, knock yourself out. But you did a good job, Hydreigon. I'm proud of you. So, unfortunately, Hydreigon has to go. So now he's gonna send out his last Pokemon, I think, the Crobat. So I'm gonna send out Drapion just because I can. So he's gonna actually go for Brave Bird, try and knock me out, but I already know I can live. I'm max HP. I'm max. I'm just max HP. Max HP. So I'm gonna go for Crunch. See how much it'll do. It's Choice Banded. It's Adamant. It's 252 in attack, and it does a lot of damage. Cause why wouldn't it? So now I believe I actually switch out here just because, I wanted to mess around because it's the end of the battle. So I'm just going to switch out, go into Ferrothorn as Death Fodder, get more recoil racked up, but he actually goes for the Roost, which is like, no, that was a failed prediction, but whatever. With the Black Sludge, he's now sitting at a very comfortable range of HP, and I'm like, I've made a terrible mistake, haven't I? And I have. I made a terrible mistake there. But anyway, he is able to now go for the Brave Bird here. So now the Rocky Helmet, the Iron Barbs, and the Brave Bird Recoil are back there. So now he's back to probably around half HP. So now, but with the Black Sludge recovery, it's a little above half, so he's probably around 55%. So now, in comes Shadowthorn, and I'm like, it's time to end this. I know I can take a Brave Bird with the recoil. My Crunch should be enough to take out this Crobat, and it is enough. I do live on 26 HP, and the Crunch will be able to take out the Crobat, so that leaves me with the very narrow, like 2-0, I think, or something like that, 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, something like that. So, yeah, that leaves me with the victory. Let's just call it a victory. So, yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed my narration, as always. I'm your host, BlazeShadowthorn, so, thanks for watching. Bye.